21 años a los Estados Unidos, aquí a Austin, acepté una guía. No sabía lo importante que era. Hoy veo hacia atrás y veo también la importancia que tuvo esa guía para mí y para mi familia, particularmente para mis hijas. Hoy quiero decirles que como mamá, como abuela, porque tengo 3 hijos.
And Dad, how is everyone doing today? There we go. I have a question for you. Are we ready to celebrate our very own quinceañera tonight? You know, if you didn't have a quinceañera, tonight is your time to shine, and all for a great cause. Thank you so much for supporting Con Mi Madre. It is really a pleasure to be your MC tonight. Muchísimas gracias por estar aquí presentes en este maravilloso evento donde estamos apoyando a esta bella organización Con Mi Madre. Muchísimas gracias para ustedes. Y un gran aplauso para ustedes. Please give yourselves a big round of applause for supporting Con Mi Madre. I really hope you enjoyed being serenaded by Mariachi Corazón de Texas. Such a great talent. Thank you so much. It was about time to get a little mariachi, right? Ya hacía falta un poquito de rumba y un poquito de fiesta. I am Lorena Plasencia, and it's truly an honor to be your MC tonight. And I would like to share a little bit about myself. I was born in Ecuador and came to the US when I was 13 years old. And like many of us, I had uncertainty, fear, but I also had big, and I knew that education was going to be essential to achieve them and also reach my full and highest potential. Thank you. When we make education a priority, we really create a plenty of opportunities to really find meaningful careers and also contribute to our community. And that has been a passion of mine since I graduated with honors in Miami, Florida, serving as a any 305s in the house. Since also serving as a news anchor for over a decade in 2 different states and being a philanthropist. And now I am an entrepreneur, digital creator, and motivational speaker. You know, I believe that the key to have a successful and meaningful life is really to use our talents, our skills, and our experiences to serve others and make the world a better place. And that is certainly what Con Mi Madre is doing, impacting thousands of lives and thousands of Latinas. But we need your help to keep going with this mission and impacting more Latinas. So thank you again so much from the bottom of my heart for being here today and supporting Con Mi Madre. If you haven't done so yet, please do not forget to ask your bartenders for a Tito's Classic Cosmo, courtesy of Tito's Vodka. That's right. A little bird told me that it's a pretty good drink, so do not miss out. So as many as you know, Con Mi Madre is a nonprofit organization that has been rewriting the narrative of many young Latinas and their mothers for almost 3 decades. Con Mi Madre is a 2-generation organization that empowers young Latinas and their mothers through education, support services that increase preparedness, participation, and success in post-secondary education. What makes Con Mi Madre very unique is that its programming intentionally engages mothers and daughters' educational journey all the way from 6th grade and all the way through college graduation. Thanks again for supporting this amazing organization. And please do not forget to scan your QR code in the program and bid on any of the items in our silent auction, which closes at 9 p.m. So hurry up, apúrense, apúrense, porque cierra a las 9. And before we get ready to enjoy a delicious dinner, let's take a moment to watch a video about our quinceañera experiences at Con Mi Madre Familia.
Did you celebrate quinceañera or Sweet 16?
No, I did not have the opportunity to have a quinceañera or a sweet 16, unfortunately. I really wish I would have had a quinceañera. I went to my cousin's quinceañeras. I never had my own.
I moved to the United States when I was 14 and turned 15, a month after starting high school in Wisconsin, in a different language, in a different state, with no money. And it was just my mom and I.
I have never celebrated a quinceañera. Growing up in Hawaii, nobody even knew what Venezuelan was. They didn't know that.
I did have my own quinceañera when I turned 15, and it was a great celebration.
I had a sweet 16. I didn't have a quinceañera. Looking back now, I really wish I would have had a quinceañera. It's beautiful.
I initially wanted to have a 15 growing up. And I had told my mom, Mom, I want the poofy dress. I want all of this. Definitely celebrated quinceañeras.
Fue hace mucho tiempo, hace como unos 10, 11 años, pero sí tuve una quinceañera.
It was just something that made the teenage years just very happy, joyful, and color de rosa.
I actually celebrated quinceañera, but I didn't do like the traditional like wearing the dress. I actually kind of opted to spend more of the money on a trip with my family to Disney.
And I did have a party, a really small party. It was really intimate with my friends, my family, but it was much smaller and I really enjoyed it. And then I got to go on a cruise to the Caribbean with my family, which I enjoyed too.
Now, let me ask you, did you celebrate a quinceañera? Anyone in the room celebrated a quinceañera? I see some hands up there. Maybe sweet 16s? 15, 16, bueno, 17, 18, 19, 20 y nos vamos. Como les digo, si no celebraron una quinceañera, esta noche realmente es su noche. Tonight, we have an exciting program full of entertainment, music, awards, and of course, great silent auction and beautiful stories from all of those impacted by Con Mi Madre over the last 15 years. I really encourage you to take selfies and pictures tonight. And please, please use the hashtags Con Mi Madre, CMM Corazón 2023, and CMM Quinceañera. And now I would like to invite you to enjoy a Latin American inspired dinner. Oh yeah, that sounds delicious. Please wait for the cue from our ushers before proceeding to the dining table, and the program will resume soon. Thank you so much for being here tonight.
I'm the Chief Operating Officer at Waterloo Greenway Conservancy. I was born and raised in the Rio Grande Valley, and like many of us, I have had my fair share, or maybe even unfair share, of challenges, but I've also had my very fair share of opportunities. Of course, education is the most important of those. I feel as though I have really prepared myself through education for when those opportunities came, going in, being courageous, and taking advantage of them. I am very honored to be receiving this recognition from Con Mi Madre. I have been working with Con Mi Madre on various levels throughout my really almost a full adult professional career. First, when I was at the University of Texas, and now even at Waterloo Greenway. I am very grateful to be receiving this recognition from Con Mi Madre. Con Mi Madre is doing exceptional work in our community, providing support for one of our most vulnerable populations.
My name is Rosemary Banda. I'm giving coordinator at Tito's Handmade Vodka. My role with Tito's is giving coordinator in the philanthropy department, and my exact role is to vet charities that request sponsorships from Tito's and process the monetary portion of the donation. Being a native Austinite, it's nice to see how the city has grown and changed so much, but to see organizations such as Con Mi Madre evolve the way they have is really fulfilling to my heart. When my daughter was going through the tough teenage years, I looked for resources, and I found the mother-daughter program from the Austin Junior League, which I immediately joined and became a member of. And I benefited from the resources and the programs that they offered at that time. To see that Con Mi Madre has evolved into what it is today, still supporting mothers and daughters and the community in general, makes me feel like this is one of the charities that Tito's is proud to support. If you are considering joining Con Mi Madre or becoming a part of this program, I highly recommend it. There is nothing to be ashamed of to ask for help. I benefited so much from learning skills that I didn't have as a single parent, as a mother, and I developed so much, and my daughter did as well. We both thrived through this program. I want to thank Con Mi Madre for honoring me with the Mariposa Award. It is a privilege to know that my work behind the scenes sometimes doesn't get noticed, so receiving this award really warms my heart, especially with the connection that I have with Con Mi Madre that goes further back than I can even remember. But thank you so much, and I think as far as being a member of Team Tito's, I'm so honored to be able to support you in any way that I can. Thank you.
Joining us this evening for the Corazón Awards. I'm Estela Galan, and I'm here with my husband, Rudy Colmenero. We are both honored and excited to serve as honorary co-chairs.
As everyone, we wish that we're all together at the JW Marriott this evening celebrating Con Mi Madre at the Corazón Awards. However, thank you to each one of you for doing your part in socially distancing. This evening, we'd like to especially thank all our honorees, Bianca Garcia, Blanca Garcia, Lupe Morin, Chris Rios, Robert Franco, and the entire team at Texas Capital Bank. Con Mi Madre could not select a better slate of honorees for the Corazón Awards, and we look forward to celebrating with them this evening.
The mission of Con Mi Madre is to empower young Latinas and their mothers through education and support services. It is this mission that truly inspires us to support Con Mi Madre. We believe that everyone should have the opportunity to attend college.
It is well documented that Hispanic women have not had the equal opportunity to higher education. Johanna will be happy to provide you with that evidence. That being said, the number of Latinas attending post-secondary education has increased since the inception of Con Mi Madre.
We want this trend to continue. This is why we have embraced Con Mi Madre as our passionate cause.
Estella and I are fortunate that the next generation of Latinas in our immediate families have the resources to attend and succeed in post-secondary education. That opportunity should be available to each Latina.
Thank you for joining us this evening and helping ensure Latinas get this chance. And thank you to Johanna, the staff, the board of directors of Con Mi Madre for having a successful Corazón Award. Enjoy your evening. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Melissa Ortiz. I am the manager of programming and sponsorships for CAP Metro, and I grew up being a participant of Con Mi Madre. The first time that I told my mom, hey, we're gonna go, there's this organization, they want us to go to meetings and talk about college. My mom, you know, she will do anything to support me in my dreams, and even now, the career that I have, I am able to have it because she still supports me by taking care of my girls while I am at work. So everything that I do and everything and who I am is because of her. Paola Hernandez. I was in 6th grade at Mendez Middle School, and I remember my first meeting with Con Mi Madre. It was in the library, and to me the library has always been a safe space, just a quiet space that you can come and get away from all the other chaos that's going around. And it was the first time that a group of girls that were interested in talking about college were together at the table, and that this was the topic that we were focused on. I remember being at UT, and Con Mi Madre introduced me to a college campus. We had never stepped foot on a college campus until Con Mi Madre, put us in that setting. Those were where the meetings were. It was at UT, and I remember, there was people who looked like me, Latinas who looked like me, speaking in front of a group of girls who, we had a hope that we were going to get to go to college, and this is going to be a place where you are going to spend a lot of time and money on, and so you should feel comfortable in it. And I think one thing that Con Mi Madre really supported that was different from my mom's expectations is, living on campus or moving to the college town. I went to Texas State University, so it was not a far drive for me. But Con Mi Madre really emphasized how the college experience includes, a social aspect as well. And so I really wanted to move there, and I was able to have someone talk with my mom and I about what that would look like, and that even though our culture doesn't always support that idea of moving outside of your household, that this was good for my future. If I can use one word to describe Con Mi Madre, it is unidas. Con Mi Madre is how I get to do everything. It's how I was able to get to college, be prepared, feel courageous that I could do this. It is how I get to do my job. My job includes community relations, which means going to community events, engaging with the community, having conversations. And I'm blessed that I get to have my family with me at some of these events. And it's my mom, Paola Hernandez. It is my daughters, Alina and Gemma. It is Con Mi Madre, and it is everything that we do, whether it is doing something with family, it is career. So you know, Con Mi Madre really isn't just about the time that you are in, you know, school and preparing for college. It goes way beyond that. It really emphasizes the importance of doing things together, and that together we elevate each other so that we feel, you know, every space is for us. So, unidas. That is how I would describe Con Mi Madre.
Con Mi Madre has been many things for us this last 3 years. It is almost unbelievable that it's been 3 years already and that these girls are already getting out of middle school. We're gonna be the first generation of Con Mi Madre here in El Paso, Texas, so that's pretty cool as well. For me, it has been a program that has given us a lot of opportunity to get all of that information that we need for anything that we could do to help our daughters succeed in whichever future they want. It has given us also information for us as mothers to even further develop whatever dreams or whatever success we need to get in the future. They strive to push our daughters, to inspire them. I think Con Mi Madre has become a wonderful family for us, not just friendships, but family. I'm very proud of all of us. I am very happy to be part of this family, and be safe.
Madre to me has meant over these past 3 years, they're kind of a family to me. And in Con Mi Madre, I learned a lot of life lessons, and I met a lot of astonishing women who are and will continue to be role models in my life, and I hope as well for the other girls in Con Mi Madre. And I also hope to get better in my classes and get a scholarship for college.
Hi, my name is Itzel Okumura. I live in Midland, Texas. I am a former Con Mi Madre participant and have graduated from Texas A&M University in 2016. Whoop. Ladies, thank you for being spectacular and putting on this virtual gala. Although we can't share the stage this year and I'm a couple miles away from my mom and sister, we're so happy to be making this video. Personally, this brings me back being at the 2013 Corazón Awards. Back then, I was a senior at Aikens High School, and I vividly remember telling the audience, well, I'm not too sure if I'll be an Aggie or if I'll be a Longhorn, but I have the complete confidence of stepping onto that ship and embarking on the college journey. So overall, Con Mi Madre offers Hispanic and Latina women the motivation and the encouragement of si se puede, yes you can.
Hi, my name is Lisbeth Okamura, and Con Mi Madre to me is more of a symbol that defines the amount of power that a Latina woman can have. The Con Mi Madre team helps the women in the organization by assisting and providing any resources, since they do know that a lot of us are first-generation students. And so the organization does as much as they can to help us out. The girls who are in the organization make a promise to themselves and the community, to go out into the professional world and go out and be leaders.
Hi, my name is Elizabeth Rodriguez. I am the mother of Itzel and Lisbeth Okumura. I have actively been involved with the Con Mi Madre program since my 24-year-old was a 5th grader. Wow, how 12 years go by, right? Since the early days, the program has continued to provide immense tools and support that Hispanic mothers need to ensure that their daughters become a first-generation college graduate. Having Itzel be the first in our family to graduate from Texas A&M, provide us with the relief for when Lisbeth headed to college. Not only that, but being a part of this growing family also gave me the motivation to get my GED and headed to college as well. I can't thank this program enough, and it is from the bottom of my heart that I say thank you.
Para mí, Con Mi Madre es una gran puerta de oportunidades para nosotras. Las dos estamos aprendiendo mucho de estos viajes, estamos aprendiendo mucho de cómo llevarnos como madre e hija. Desde que empezó este programa me he acercado más a mi hija, hemos hablado más, estamos hablando más de su futuro y de todas sus metas que tiene para ir a la universidad. Muchas gracias Con Mi Madre por esta gran oportunidad. We love Con Mi Madre.
I really like Con Mi Madre because it motivates me to stay focused on my goals. I like going to the trips because I like learning about different universities, and I like spending time with my mother.
Para mí, Con Mi Madre significa la motivación tanto para hijas como para madres de ver realizada la posibilidad de ir a la universidad.
Es el complemento para poder comunicarnos mi madre y yo.
Es ver realizados los sueños de mi hija y a la vez los míos también, ya que la realización de ella es parte de mis sueños. No desistas, sé perseverante. Somos afortunadas y orgullosas de pertenecer al grupo Con Mi Madre.
Hi, I'm Congressman Lloyd Doggett, and a big supporter of Con Mi Madre for many years. Like most of you, Libby and I are sheltering at home here in East Austin. We always enjoy participating in the Corazón Awards, and this year is no different. We hope to do so virtually, particularly to honor our friends Blanca and Bianca Garcia, Lupi Maureen, Chris Rios, and Robert Franco. Since Libby and I were honored a couple of years ago at the Corazón Awards ourselves, we know how meaningful it is to be recognized by an organization that is doing so very much good. In these troubling times, all of us are concerned about our personal health and safety. It is especially difficult for the families served by Con Mi Madre, 80% of whom are the working poor, especially many of our employees who are considered essential. That's why it's all the more important for Con Mi Madre to be there to help these young girls navigate education online. Libby and I want for these young women the same opportunities we have sought for our own daughters and granddaughters. Con Mi Madre takes us closer to that goal by focusing on the mother-daughter bonds, building support for education and personal development. We've contributed personally, and we hope that you can do the same. Though for now we're separated physically, let's come together in spirit and with our financial support.
Okay, great. So I have to say, beautiful tonight. It's such a pleasure to see you all. And I mean, I'm seeing so much fashion tonight. Please give yourselves a round of applause for that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And talking about fashion, I would like to bring to the stage Iviana Castillo. You've seen her. She's so beautiful. She's wearing this amazing quinceañera dress. So please, let's welcome Iviana Castillo to show us her beautiful dress of a quinceañera. Déjenme decirles que no es nada fácil usar un vestido de quinceañera. It is not easy to wear a quinceañera dress. It's a little complicated, but it's all worth it. Big round of applause again. Welcome and thank you for being here. Look at this beautiful dress. Iviana Castillo, muchísimas gracias. Increíble, toda una belleza. Bellísima, gracias por estar con nosotros. Y por cierto, podemos tomarnos una foto con ella. You can all take a picture with her. And please use the hashtag CMM Corazón 2023, CMM Quinceañera, and hashtag Con Mi Madre. Muchísimas gracias. Alrighty, so please join me in welcoming a very special person to tell us more about the impactful work that Con Mi Madre has done over decades. It is my pleasure to welcome our Executive Director, Dr. Joana Moya Fabregas.
Buenas noches. How's everyone doing? It's happening. We worked so hard putting this together, and it just feels so good to see everyone here enjoying en familia. And because you all know, if you've been here before, you know I like to talk and tell stories. Today I actually wrote things down. So, but I forgot that I'm in my mid 40s and I have to do all of this to read, but I got it here. So, bienvenidos a nuestra quinceañera. Welcome to our quinceañera. I hope the stories that you heard earlier brought some fun memories of quinceañeras you've attended on your, throughout your life on your own, or if you were lucky of one that you had yourself. We are delighted that you're joining us to celebrate Con Mi Madre's Reimagine Quinceañera. This is an important anniversary because it marks 15 years of empowering close to 4,000 women to reach their full potential. It feels good to say that, 4,000 women. So the Latin American tradition of, let me switch my hand here. So the Latin American tradition of quinceañeras is a rite of passage for 15-year-old girls to be introduced to society as young women. I'm going to get a little academic on you today by quoting Dr. Rachel Gonzalez Martinez. She's sitting over here to my right on table 2. She's a professor at UT Austin and a dear friend who's with us tonight. She wrote the book Quinceañera Style, Social Belongings and Latinx Consumer Identities. You can actually find the signed and dedicated book in our silent auction. Shameless plug-in. But she said in her book that the modern, and let me quote, the modern quinceañera has become the 21st century manifestation of what it means to be visible in an American system own terms. Work of guiding girls to and through college is culturally intelligent because we work from the inside out. We don't just provide support after school or during school or talk about college. We talk the whole individual. We reaffirm where they come from. We affirm the struggles. I'm here before you today because somebody believed in me and helped me through that process when I came here as an immigrant. Because somebody didn't tell me that I had to change who I was to be successful and to achieve great dreams. Because I had families, I had parents. Here's my mommy, levanta la mano. Here's my mommy. Because they told me to show up proud wherever I went. And if that somebody didn't accept that, that was not the place for me to be successful at, that I had to go elsewhere but not compromise who I am. And I am lucky and fortunate and blessed to work at an organization where I get to share that message, not just myself, with a community, where our staff shares that message, where our board shares that message, where our partners share that message. So it is truly an honor to be celebrating this in our own terms and to think about where we're going to take Con Mi Madre in the future. Somebody asked for my internet access. Wait till later. So, forgot to turn off notifications. So I'm trying to be all modern and stuff, and look what happens. So there are many thought partners from sister nonprofits in this room and collaborators of our work. To name a few, Avance, Latinitas, Todos Juntos, El Buen Samaritano, Financial Health Pathways, South Key Programs, San Andrews University, Capital Idea, Cap Metro, Austin 2030 Network, UT Austin, the Greater Austin Hispanic Chamber, and many more that I run out of breath to say. But we have a large group here. Your collaboration has been central to the success of our participants. I extend to all of you an invitation for a cafecito to chat about our future, because now more than ever, our communities of color in the United States need this culturally affirming support to break barriers to success. And I would be remiss if I didn't recognize the support of our sponsors who do a lot more than write a check to our organization. They always make time to brainstorm ideas to support those that we serve through unforeseen situations. So not just to get, students support to get it through to and through college, but we've had our sponsors in this room help when, weather storms and weird things that happen in Texas and everywhere else, and when the sky freezes and we need to help people when there's tough economic times, when Austin Austin's economy leads people's rent to go up 40% and they can't afford to be where they are. That's when a lot of our sponsors have stepped in to support families directly. And obviously the global pandemic that we've all just been through. So HEB, Siete, Texas Capital Bank, Amplify, Wells Fargo, yeah, clap, Texas Disposal Systems, and Tito's are just some of the many sponsors present today whose leaders and employers have shown a solid commitment in our programs. The sponsors that you see here today have volunteers that come and do programming for us. They go out and talk to me about, okay, what's the best strategy to address the issues that you're seeing in the community? So there's really a strong commitment. So see, I told you I would stay on script, and it's been hard. We made it ending women like the one we're celebrating today because of our partners, our sponsors, and our honorees. I want to bring you all back and remind you that the reason behind Corazón is every year to celebrate these three women who have been beyond impactful in our community. Today we're celebrating Verónica Hinojosa Segura, clap it up, Leticia Mendoza, and Stephanie Bergara. I have to say that without getting all sappy, I love these women because I love them and I know you all love them. I know our community loves them, and that's why you're here to celebrate them. They're all trailblazers known for paving the way for women of underserved communities. Guided by love, curiosity, and bravery, these mujeres poderosas have gracefully accomplished so much for themselves, for their families, and for our communities. They have climbed up a ladder of success and they have brought along so many women and so many people with them. And I've got to meet a lot of those people and hear those stories. So I'm very proud to be able to recognize them. They all have served Con Mi Madre in multiple capacities over the last 15 years, helping share our culture of collaboration and innovation. We're honored to recognize them tonight, celebrate our past, and envision our future. So a big round of applause for our honorees tonight. Now, one last thought. As you heard in the video, I didn't have a quinceañera. I had just moved here. I was also kind of rebellious. I was like, that's patriarchal, and I'm not doing blah, blah, blah. I want to trip around the world. And my mom was like, we can't afford it. Fine. But if I had had a quinceañera, I would have wanted it to be like this. I would have wanted it to be with a community of people who deeply care, who are deeply impactful, who are there to lift others. I moved to Austin almost 10 years ago, and the reason I stayed, it's the community, is the people, is the leaders that I've met that care so deeply to address the issues that they saw. And they were like, oh, it's not perfect. And I was like, yes, it's not. No, growing up, I went to 16 schools to let you know. And no community is perfect. But there are some places that just click with you, that when you get there and you meet the people that make things happen, the people who care, you know that you found your place. So I'm proud to be here. I'm proud to be raising a family here. I'm proud to be part of this amazing family here. Later, I'll tell you more about the Con Mi Madre family. But for now, I will stop right here because I can keep going. And thank you all for being here. I want to introduce our amazing board chair, Justin Rosas, to share a few words. Give it up for Russ, Justin. He's one of two men in our board among a sea of opinionated, powerful women. He's a powerful guy. Here he is. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. Thanks for having me. I'm going to try this phone thing too. We'll see how that goes. So whether this is your first or your 15th Corazón Awards, I just want to say thank you for being here. We appreciate all of your support. We would not be able to do the work we do without you. I've said this many times before, but it definitely takes a community to do the work we're doing. So I appreciate you all being here. Want to give a special shout out to the madre of Con Mi Madre. She's not here today, but Sandy Alcala she's the reason we're all here, right? Also, special shout out to the OG Padrino of Con Mi Madre, which is Mr. Rudy Colmenero. We appreciate all your support all over the years. I want to say thank you to everyone, all the volunteers, everyone who's working here tonight, serving food, who will clean up after, all the people who have worked hard to put this event together. Want to say thank you to the Con Mi Madre staff, our volunteers, our interns, our executive team. Joanna, you are the soul of this organization. Also want to give a special shout out to Marcy. Marcy is currently our longest tenured employee. She is the backbone of our organization. We could not do what we do without her. She is the heartbeat, and we appreciate that. Also, a special shout out to her parents, who always do a lot to put on this event. And without a doubt, her mother will be the heartbeat of this dance floor in a little bit. So y'all stay tuned for that. Want to say thank you, or shout out to our board. We have an amazing board of directors who puts in a lot of time and effort into making this organization run. There's going to be special shout outs throughout all this, so get ready for that. Special shout out to Denise Judge Hernandez for giving the last 7 years of her life to this organization. We truly appreciate you. You're an amazing human being. Personally, shout out to all the folks at Table 18. That's my support system. My mom, my dad, my sister Crystal, Veronica, Elizabeth, my beautiful wife. I'm where I am today because of y'all, so thank you. So about 10 years ago, I was sitting in the basement of the library studying, or supposed to be studying. I took a social media break, and I was scrolling Facebook, and I came across a video that my mom shared. And my mom's not really a social media person, so it kind of caught me by surprise, and I watched it. It was, some of y'all might have seen it, it was viral. But there was a high school coach or teacher, and he had lined a bunch of kids up on a fence line, and he was going to have them race. And the winner of the race was going to get money, right? But before they started the race, he was going to ask them a series of questions. And if your answers to the question was yes, you would take a step forward. If it was no, your back would remain on the wall. And the whole point of this was to teach these children that we all start at different points, right? We all have different privileges in this life. And it was a super impactful video, but what was most impactful to me was I realized that, sorry, I realized that the answers to all of those questions from my parents was no. Sorry. But thanks to their hard work and sacrifice, just one generation later, the answers to all those questions for me was yes. Sorry, y'all, I'm trying to say this with my chest right now, but so that day I made a few promises to myself. Number one is that I would work hard and do everything in my power to make sure my parents got a good return on their investment in me. And that their grandchildren, my children and my nieces and nephews, would have all the same privileges and opportunities that I was able to have. And last but not least, that I would do everything in my power to give others who did not have the same privileges and opportunities that I had growing up some privilege and opportunity. Because I truly believe that there are many in our world that are just a support system away from being successful. And in a nutshell, I think that's what Con Mi Madre is. Con Mi Madre is a support system. It's a safety net. And it's giving girls the confidence to chase and accomplish their dreams and do things that no one in their family has ever done before and to change the trajectory of their families forever. Over the last 15 years, Con Mi Madre has served over 4,000 mother-daughter teams. 98% of those girls have graduated high school, 80% have enrolled in college, and we have a 93% college retention rate, far exceeding state and national averages. And while we don't intend to stop this work anytime soon, we are looking to the future. We want to ensure that we aren't just solving problems that were realized in 1992, but that we are equipping these girls with the skills to solve future problems and accomplish their wildest dreams. We want college degrees to be just the beginning of all of their successes. But we also want to ensure we aren't just measuring their success by college degrees, but holistically by their social, emotional, physical, and financial health, their ability to take care of their families and generational trauma and truly succeed in ways that they define it. Recently, I was at an event and I heard someone quote something where it said, "We all drink from wells that we did not dig." And so tonight, I want you to think about the wells that you've drank from. And I want think about your support systems, the people who've supported you to get to where you are today. And I ask that you to continue to give your time, talent, and treasure to our community so that we can continue to build wells for others to drink from. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Justin Rosas, for being such an inspiration. And Joanna, tonight is your quinceañera. So today we will honor 3 outstanding community members, starting with our Con Mi Madre Award. Are we ready? The Con Mi Madre Award goes to an educated, successful Latina and an example of what we would like to see as a product of this excellent program, someone who is truly living out the mission. I am so excited to announce our Con Mi Madre Award recipient. Please help us congratulate the talented Stephanie Bergara. Stephanie Bergara is a native of Austin, Texas, and a music industry veteran of over 15 years, and she has worked as a booking agent, artist manager, event producer, and publicist. In the midst of the COVID-19 pandemic, Stephanie facilitated the Austin Music Disaster Relief Fund, a program that provided direct financial relief to nearly 2,000 members of Austin's music industry. Currently, she is serving as a program and event manager at Waterloo Greenway Conservancy. Stephanie and her award-winning Selena tribute band, Bidi Banda, has toured the United States for 9 years and has performed alongside of Taylor Swift, Joan Jett, and Billy Joel. In 2020, the band activated a diversity clause in their contracts, opting not only to accept shows or only to accept shows that celebrate women, artists of color, and members of the LGBTQ community. As a public servant, Stephanie serves on the board of directors of Health Alliance for Austin Musicians and serves as the talent director of, I love this world, Chingona Fest, Texas. Congratulations, Stephanie. Are we ready to roll her video? Okay, here we go.
My name is Stephanie Bergara. I'm the lead singer of Selena tribute band Bidi Banda. I'm also the programming and events manager at Waterloo Greenway. So growing up in Southeast Austin, I have the hardest working, most resilient parents you could ever have. I was raised by a wonderful family. My dad is a small business owner, a cross-country truck driver. My mom is an administrator for a high school here in Austin. And they really, from the time I was born, myself and my brother really have supported anything we ever wanted to do creatively. When I was a little kid, Austin Bergstrom International Airport was Austin Bergstrom Air Force Base, and it was a 2-lane road from that part of the world into the main part of Austin. Now we see apartments and high rises and Whataburgers, and it's been a really interesting thing to see my life unfold in the same way that this community has unfolded. Winning this award is so incredibly special to me. I've had a special place for Con Mi Madre in my heart for over 10 years now. I remember being a young junior publicist at a boutique PR firm here in Austin, and Con Mi Madre taking a chance on me, inviting me to the career fair to talk more about my job and my life. And I hope that my support for Con Mi Madre is reflected in the same way that Con Mi Madre has supported me and my mother and my family. You know, this is a family-based organization, and I think it's really great and special to be able to acknowledge members of the community in this way. I am so deeply honored, and Con Mi Madre will always have a very special place in my heart. Austin is in a really interesting place right now, and I think the support for nonprofit organizations, support for community, we are at a really advantageous place where there are a lot of groups who want to do that, and Con Mi Madre is only going to grow from those opportunities. I see what's happening, the embracing of interdisciplinary studies, the embracing of futures for women and families and mothers across all different fields of work and fields of education. And I'm really impressed and really glad to see Con Mi Madre kind of growing into what that's going to look like for years to come in Austin. There is no nonprofit or organization in Austin that is doing what Con Mi Madre is doing. There is no organization doing anything like this that is embracing mothers, relationships with parents, and just support for the Latino community in this way. It's very unique. It's very special. It's very important work to support. So thank you so much for being a part of this journey. And I think that we've got a lot of really, really great and exciting work to do in the future.
Felicitaciones a Stephanie Bergara. You're gonna receive all your words. Congratulations. Any few words?
Oh, I didn't prepare anything at all. Oh my gosh. Literally nothing. Sorry. Thank you so much. Sorry, I'm trying to stop crying. This is incredibly special to me, especially most importantly to me because it's been given to me by most of my peers. So I can only speak to being supported in this way and being recognized as a mom because I had a good mom, really good mom. She's standing up right there. So my dad's also here. Hi, Dad. He told me. I'm just very honored. Thank you so much. Thank you very much.
Felicitaciones. Llegó la hora de la foto para recordar este momento increíble. Felicitaciones de nuevo, muy merecido. Congratulations, Stephanie. The Corazón Award goes to leaders in the community who have made significant contributions to the education and empowerment of Latinas. Someone who has poured their heart into the success of Latina youth. It gives me great pleasure to announce the 2023 Corazón Award recipient, Verónica Hinojosa Segura. Veronica is a senior finance executive with over 30 years of experience in Fortune 500 companies, state government entities, nonprofit healthcare, and higher education. Veronica serves as a corporate board member, and she brings a strong servant leadership style through her roles in various community nonprofit boards. She's truly a powerhouse. Veronica currently serves as an associate of vice chancellor and controller for the University of Texas Systems. And Veronica is a past chair of the Greater Austin Hispanic Chamber of Commerce and serves on the boards of Healthcare Services, Corp, APLU, and several other change-making organizations. She's passionate about mentoring and being a role model to aspiring Latina leaders.
Hello, I'm Veronica Hinojosa Segura. I was born in Hebronville, Texas, but was raised in Bishop outside of Kingsville. And I'm currently the Associate Vice Chancellor and Controller for the University of Texas System, one of the largest university systems in the country. So my formative years were spent in small towns and underserved communities where literally the railroad tracks were the physical barrier that separated the whites from the non-whites. So racial tensions existed. So it was very important to have a strong family member to help you dream big. Receiving the Corazon Award, first of all, a huge thank you to the nominating committee for bringing my name forward into a circle of past honorees. When you look at the names of those that have won the Corazon Award, it is truly the epitome of servant leadership. And so to now be part of that group, to the nominating committee, I want you to know that I'm honored, I'm humbled, and I'm thrilled to accept this award. I went back to my files, and by my files, I mean my pictures. And it was 2012 when I first attended my first Con Mi Madre brunch. And I was so inspired and so touched by the testimonials and the messaging and the mission of Con Mi Madre. I remember meeting a woman by Feiruz Ben Youssef. And for those of you that know Feiruz, you know she is a very strong philanthropist in the Austin community. And I mentioned to her, very touched by what had happened at that brunch. Well, no sooner did I leave the parking garage of that brunch when Sandy Alcala, the executive director at the time, called me and asked me to serve on the board. So clearly, Feiruz and Sandy had tag teamed to corner me into offering me the board. But fast forward, I did join the board. I was the treasurer and then ultimately became the chair of the board. So to all the donors and all those that are aspiring to be donors, I highly encourage you to make an investment in Con Mi Madre. The rate of return on this investment will be so impactful to communities and our societies. Data shows that in Texas, 41% of those ages 18 to 24 are Hispanic, and half of that are Hispanic females. So the opportunity is there for us to give our time, our talent, and our treasure to make sure that our mothers and our daughters have fulfillment of their dream to go to college and ultimately graduate. So I'm all in, and please join me in supporting Con Mi Madre.
Felicitaciones a Verónica Hinojosa Segura. Beautiful dress, by the way. We are matching. Big round of applause. Thank you so much and congratulations. Thank you again, Veronica, for your impactful work throughout the years. The Mariposa Award, someone closely associated with Con Mi Madre, who has made significant contributions in the field and has brought recognition to the organization through those contributions. And this is someone whose effort has helped Con Mi Madre spread its wings and fly. We are so excited to announce the Mariposa Award recipient, Leticia Mendoza. Leticia Mendoza serves as Director of Marketing and Communications for Texas Disposal Systems. Throughout her career, she's worked with companies or for companies that provide essential services to Texans and has made a lasting impact on our community through her commitment to feeding the hungry, reducing waste, and empowering youth through education. Under Leticia's leadership, the TDS Eco Academy has added a Spanish language curriculum and expanded to serve schools in Austin, Eanes, Georgetown, Pflugerville, Round Rock ISD, and Valor Public School. Prior to joining TDS, Leticia has spent 18 years at HEB and has received many recognitions from diversity and leadership. Big round of applause.
Hello, my name is Leticia Mendoza. I am the Director of Marketing and Communications for Texas Disposal Systems. I grew up in East Austin, which back then I didn't know that there was a separation between north, south, east, and west. It really wasn't until middle school when I was bused as a transfer kid that I noticed that there were differences between how I grew up and how others grew up around me here in the city. But I do feel that those experiences have developed me into the person that I am today. Throughout my career, I have found it to be my passion to help our community thrive by providing resources, whether that's me volunteering or my time or treasure to organizations that really matter to me. I do feel like I have been given a gift to be able to connect with people and build powerful partnerships because of my experiences that I've had growing up in the careers that I've held. I feel incredibly honored and privileged to be receiving the Mariposa Award from Con Mi Madre. It means so much to me. When I think about the word mariposa, I think about the transformation that it takes to become a butterfly. I've seen Con Mi Madre's to the work that they've done in the community and the transformation that has led them here today. So to be a part of this momentous occasion and be recognized for the work that not only I've worked with over the years in different capacities with Con Mi Madre, but to also know that the transformation that is still to come, I'm so privileged to be able to share that message, and I will continue to share that message to our donors and our future donors. Thank you so much for your interest in Con Mi Madre. What I would like you to know is that this program has the impact for generational change. These young women, these young Latina women and their mothers are looking for change. They are chasing a dream. And we have the opportunity as a community to step up and show them that we can, not just today, but for the future for them and their generations to come. So thank you so much for seeing the urgency and wanting to help Con Mi Madre so that we can support not just today, but the future.
Felicitaciones, Leticia Mendoza. Thank you so much. You are such an inspiration. Thank you for being here tonight and all your efforts to helping Con Mi Madre. Felicitaciones. Muchísimas gracias. Now let's give a round of applause to all the honorees. Qué inspiración y qué bonito ver a mujeres latinas apoyando a nuestra comunidad. Realmente son una inspiración y esto va a ser un impacto no solamente ahora, pero en otras generaciones. Así que muchas, muchas gracias por su apoyo y todo su esfuerzo para ayudar a esta bellísima organización. Now, we would like to share with you a very special video that captures the hopes for Con Mi Madre of those of our community who have been impacted by this amazing organization. Let's look.
I would love to see 15 more years, at least 15 more years or more, many years after past of graduating seniors, graduating seniors in high school, graduating seniors in college.
I see the need in other cities, and I know that we've had a lot of attention from other cities here in Texas.
The next 15 years of Con Mi Madre, I expect to be very exciting and for us to be able to continue to provide support both to the Latina students that are part of our programming, but also to their kids one day, right? After 15 years of them going on to achieve their education, seeing it come full circle where their children can be a part of Con Mi Madre, and we have this multi-generational program that impacts all of the people in our community.
I wish to see Con Mi Madre grow even stronger, even bigger, and reach new heights. Maybe even grow into other cities and explore other places that we haven't been to.
Un día quiero verlo en todas las ciudades en Texas. Yo soy del Rio Grande Valley, allá en la frontera, y me encantaría un día ver a un programa así allá.
My wish for Con Mi Madre is that we continue working with young Latinas that have dreams and want to succeed, and that they know they have a whole support system behind them.
My wish for Con Mi Madre for the next 15 years is that it will impact mothers and daughters even outside of Texas, that we can go through other states in the United States.
I'd really love to see Con Mi Madre reach Latinas beyond Texas, like whether it's a chapter in California or a remote or hybrid program. There's still so many young women out there who could be empowered by Con Mi Madre's mission.
Con Mi Madre turning 15 means that Con Mi Madre is creating generational change and impact. It means that the educational opportunities, the professional development opportunities, and even the self-development opportunities are making waves not only through the students' lives, but also the mothers' lives.
My wish for Con Mi Madre for the next 15 years is growth. It's abundance, it's prosperity. I really hold Con Mi Madre very dear to my heart. It is really a program that has transformed my life, and I hope that it continues to do that for the community.
I hope that for the next 15 years, Con Mi Madre continues to grow in our numbers and in the services that we provide to our students. I also hope to see our students continue to graduate from high school and from college and to break barriers within their families.
Congratulations, Joanna and your team on these 15 years of Con Mi Madre, and we look forward to 15 more years of the great work that you're doing for our community. Muchas gracias a Con Mi Madre y Joanna y el resto del equipo por todo el trabajo que hacen por nuestra comunidad. Felicidades y que sean 15 años más.
We wish Con Mi Madre continued success in building stronger Latina communities and even more community support to reach more mothers and their daughters. Les deseamos 15 años más de impacto comunitario, apoyo continuo y muchísimo éxito. Adelante, Con Mi Madre.
I look forward for Con Mi Madre to taking that next step into our programming and bringing a lot of focus and support to young women entering the workforce. So going beyond getting to and through college, but going into the workforce and being prepared to navigate those spaces, being connected with influential leaders who can open doors for our students, but who can give them an opportunity
to put into play their skills and their vision for our society.
Beautiful. And I think it is possible to do so. And that's why we need your support to keep growing. And you can watch the whole 15 minutes of video on YouTube. Thank you all for taking the time to sharing Con Mi Madre's experiences and stories. And of course, thanks to Gustavo for capturing this history so beautifully. Now, let me ask you, are we ready for some music? It's about time. Ya es hora de bailar un poquito. Y nada más tenemos de regreso a Stephanie Bergara, que nos va a compartir muchísimo de su talento. Démosle la bienvenida.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Now I have to sing after I've been having champagne and food, my favorite thing to do. I would be remiss if, one of the things that is so special to me about receiving the award this year is that Leticia, Veronica, and I are all mothers. So I wanted to just acknowledge our children, Christabella and Gael, who are Leticia's children, who are here. Isaac, Veronica's son, is he here? Yes? Oh, yeah, there's Isaac right there. And the 5-year-old little boy who runs my life, Andres. He's not here. He should be sleeping right now, hopefully. I wanted to ask you to please consider making a donation right now to ensure that Con Mi Madre continues impacting lives and empowering women in the next 15 years. And you can do so by scanning the barcode at your table or texting CMM to 56651 to make your donation. Here's some numbers for you. $50 for a mother-daughter team to attend a conference. $100 covers the student's college application and exam fees. $250 gives a mother and daughter team the opportunity to attend a college trip. $500 contributes to our Balanced Living and Somos El Futuro conferences. And $1,300 funds a semester of Con Mi Madre programming for a mother-daughter team. Thank you so much for considering a donation. And at this time, I'd like to introduce you to the greatest hype woman in Austin, Texas, DJ Carla Kike Rendon. Yeah. No.
How y'all feeling tonight? Oh, we gotta sound louder than that. How y'all feeling tonight? So I got any bitty Banda playing in the building.
You can clap if you want to. You can get up and dance if you want to. I see Denise moving. I see Blanca moving. There we go. Yo sé que tienes un nuevo amor. Sin embargo, te deseo lo mejor. Si en mí no encontraste felicidad, tal vez alguien más te la dará. Como la flor, con tanto amor, me diste tú. Te marchito, me marchó. Yo no sé perder, pero ay, cómo me duele. Ay, cómo me duele.